Shall we begin?
Let's begin now.
Hi everybody, it's Doreen, and I'm back today with a birthday card. And this one is a quick and easy one. We're only going to need one cartridge today, and that is the Sentimental Cartridge. And I'm also using the Cherry Lynn Butterfly Dies. So come on and join me, and I'm going to show you how I made this card. Okay everybody, so let's go ahead and bring up the supplies so we can get started making the card. So now, this card that we'll be making today is from the Sentimentals cartridge, and we're actually going to make the card that is on page 28, and this is the card, and we'll be making the envelope and the frame and the frame layer. So as far as the measurements, my card measures 4 1/4 inches, and it's already cut like this, so I didn't have to do anything except choose the card feature on my Gypsy. And if you're going to be using your Cricut, you will just use the handbook or the overlay, and you are going to hit the button card, and then you'll hit key number 5. So let me show you what that looks like on the Gypsy. So I've already laid my card out, and it looks like this. So let's go to that cartridge, and actually I'm already there, so we're going to hit key number 5. So let me go and hit the card, and then key number 5. So that's what it looks like, and you're just going to cut that at 4 1/4 inches. So now, the other thing that I've done is I've inked my edges using the Tim Holtz Mill Lavender. And I've gone ahead and scored the card. So now this doesn't come with a top layer. But what I've done is I've gone ahead and just taken my image and copied it again. And then I went ahead, and I'm going to blow this up so you can see what I did. I went ahead and just moved the left side of the card off my mat so that it would only cut the right side. And I took that and I cut that at 4 inches. And I also, let's see, I think I took the real dowel size. No, I left it at the height of just 4 inches, and it made the width 8.53. So it automatically did that. I didn't take off the aspect ratio. So that's how I decided to get my top layer. So now what I've done is I've just taken and cut some ribbon and run it along the edge here, because I wanted to have a piece of ribbon along here, and then I've glued it down in the back just to hold it down. So what we'll do is we're going to get out our ATG gun, excuse me for the reach, and I'm just going to add this to the card. So I'm going to get some tape along here and make sure I get my edges. And then we'll just add this to the card. So I've opened up my card so I can line this up. And then I'm just going to press all the way down, like so. And it looks like some of my ribbon came up here, so I'm just going to lift this up just a little bit so I can tuck that under, like so. Okay, so now let's continue adding our embellishments to the card. So the next thing that I want to add is I want to go ahead and add the frame. But what I've done with the frame is, and the frame is also on page 28. And as I said before, we're cutting the frame and then the layer. So that is going to be your key number 5. So on your Gypsy and your Cricut, let me go back to that one. You're going to hit key number 5 and you're going to cut that out. And I've cut that at 3.5 inches. And then what you'll do to get your top layer, which is this layer right here, you're going to hit the layer button and then key number 5. And that's what your layer looks like. And that is also cut at 3.5 inches. So now, I don't believe I said where this paper is from. This paper is from a paper pack that is by Recollections. It's called Fashionably Chic, and it looks like this. And these are some of the papers that are in there. And then the purple cardstock is just some of the Joann's textured brand of paper, or textured linen paper. And my green cardstock is the cardstock that I got from work that they were throwing out. And what I've done for the top layer of the frame is I cut this out using some manila. Actually, it was a file folder. And I then took my airbrush system and my Copic markers. So I used the V06, which is lavender. And I used the YG11, which is Magonite. And then I used the BV00 Mauve Shadow to go ahead and color my top layer of the frame. So now what I want to do is I want to take my two-way zig pen and I'm going to get some glue all the way around here, and we're going to add this to our bottom layer of the frame. And I'm just going all the way around with my glue pen, and it is sticking to my finger, but it comes off very easily. And just making sure I get glue everywhere. And then I'm just going to add this to my frame, or the bottom layer of my frame, like so. And I want to kind of line that up, because what you want to do is you want to make sure you have that edge trim right there along there. So I think I've gotten that on there pretty well. And we're going to press down. And it looks like I got just a little piece tucked in there, so we're going to get that out. And then we'll add this to the card. And it seems to be stuck in there and doesn't want to come out, so I'm going to need to get my tweezers to pull that one piece out that's stuck in there. Okay, there we are. So now, when you cut this out, you're going to get two squares. One from the top frame, and then you're going to get the square right here from the bottom frame. So what I wanted to do is, I didn't want to waste that piece of cardstock. So I've taken that piece of cardstock that came from the top layer of the frame, and I've added with a stamp, Birthday Wishes. And that stamp is from the My Creative Time stamp set. This is the Teeny Tag Greetings. And they look like this. I'm sorry for the glare. And then also, I decided I wanted to add some little flowers down here at the bottom, which are right here. And those are from my 3-bird set, the Clearly hand stamps. And you get several different stamps in here. And I like to use those when I need just a little tiny stamp in a small space. And then what I've gone ahead and done is I've gone ahead and colored the flower in using my Yasutomo watercolor paints. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to put this down first. And I've kind of lightly marked with the pencil where I want that to go. So I'm going to put that down there first for now. And then I'm going to line up my frame because I want that to fit right inside there. So that looks about even. So we're going to tape this down. And I'm just going to use my Tombow adhesive to do that. So I'm going to line that up again with those pencil marks that I have. And let me try to get this even as much as I can. And then also the other thing that I didn't mention is I also took and inked the edges using the Mill Lavender Distress ink. So now we're ready to line this back up and put this back down. And I'm just going to pop this up, I believe. So let's see what that's going to look like. So I'm going to put some dimensionals on here. And I think we'll just put the dimensionals in the corners and on each side, and just maybe one down below. And then we're going to add that to the card. So I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to line it up. So it kind of looks like a little shadow box, like so. And I'm going to zoom in just a little bit because it looks like I'm back too far. Okay, so now you can see what I'm doing. So I need to lift this up a little bit because I think I have this just a little bit crooked here. So I need to pull this to me for just a minute so I can make sure I get that lined up and it's straight. Okay, there we are. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my ribbon or my bow. And my bow I made using my Bow Easy. And I'm going to place the bow right there. So I'm going to get some glue on the back of here. And I'm going to place my bow right there. And I'm going to close up the card. Okay, so now we'll add our last little embellishment right here in the corner, and that's my butterfly. Now the butterfly is from the Cherry Lynn Dies, and I've used these before. They come as they come that they go together, but they're not a set. You have to purchase each one separately. So it gives you the top layer of the butterfly and then the bottom layer. So what I've gone ahead and done is I've already put the two together, and you can see that I used the top layer of my card for the bottom layer of the butterfly, and then the top layer is the color of the card. And then I've put a little bling in the middle there. So we're going to add that right here in the corner. So what I want to do is I'm going to take my glue gun and get some glue on the back of here. And I'm just going to run the glue down the middle of the butterfly. And I'm going to place the butterfly right here in the corner, like so. So that's basically the front of our card, but you know it's got to have something else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add my bling, and then I'll come back with the finished card. Okay everybody, so I'm back with the finished card. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and added my bling on the side here and up here at the top of the frame. The other thing that I've also done is I've used two stamps and put them together, and my wording is sending happy thoughts to brighten your day, wishing you a happy birthday. And my bling is the bling that I got from Skylar and Logan. It looks like this. And the other thing that I did say we were going to cut, which is the envelope as well. And that is also on page 28, and it is key number 5. So what you'll do is just set up your envelope and put that on your mat, and the envelope is cut at 4 1/4 inches as well. So the envelope ends up looking, I've already put mine together, but it's going to be one piece, and then you're just going to fold on your score lines and glue your flaps in. And I also noticed that I should have hidden the hole because I really didn't want that there, but I figured that's okay because once I put the card in the envelope, and it does fit like so, it'll just come out like that on the other side. And I've also went ahead and stamped happy birthday at the bottom here, and then I took my Martha Stewart cupcake die or punch, and I punched out the cupcake and just added a little bling on the top there. So that's it. That's the completed card and envelope. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.